Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Crazy and Insane TV, and in today's video we do have another crazy and insane story for y'all. Miami Dolphin wide receiver superstar Tyreek Hill has been arrested on domestic dispute charges. His wife called the police on him, claiming that he aggressively snatched his daughter away from her and leaving her with a red gash on her chest. It's crazy, it's insane. We gonna dive right in, but before I do, make sure y'all like this video. You all ready? Now let's jump right in.
Off the top at 6 tonight, a shocking story that you'll only see on Local 10 News involving Tyreek Hill.
Police called to de-escalate a situation involving the Miami Dolphins superstar, his wife, daughter, and mother-in-law. Let's get right over to Local 10's Rosh Lowe, live in Sunny Isles Beach with the exclusive. Rosh.
This was a very concerning call to police, and it came from the mother-in-law of Tyreek Hill. The mother-in-law concerned about her daughter and the couple's baby.
You're looking at exclusive video of Tyreek Hill on the balcony of his Sunny Isles condo Monday as police are responding.
Batteries of the daughter, the subject is the husband on scene.
The call goes out. Police race to the Porsche Design Building in Sunny Isles Beach on Monday.
Subject is Tyreek Hill.
The mother-in-law of Miami Dolphins star wide receiver Tyreek Hill calls the cops. The call goes out as an assault in progress.
Subject black male wearing a white tank top.
When police get there, they make contact with Hill, his wife Keita Hill, and their child.
I'm ready for it.
They also speak to Tyreek's mother-in-law, Alicia Vaccaro. Let's get right to the police report. Quote, Vaccaro stated that Tyreek is very aggressive and impulsive, and that he has anger issues, and she is afraid for her daughter. And when she saw Tyreek arguing and throwing her daughter's computer to the floor, and later grabbing her granddaughter and start walking with her in his arms towards the balcony of their 35th floor residence, she called the police. Get out! Get out! Remember last September when he was pulled over by Miami-Dade officers outside Hard Rock Stadium on game day? Those traffic citations were eventually dropped.
Straight out of the police report, Tyreek's wife tells cops that her arguments with Tyreek are becoming more frequent. When she told him he wasn't involved enough with the baby, she says he grabbed the baby, and she's now in the process of filing for divorce.
No charges in this case. Both parties stated that the argument never became physical, even though officers observed a light redness mark bruise on the mother's left upper chest and questioned her about it.
Okay, now let's get to a statement from the Miami Dolphins, just put out a short time ago. It reads, quote, on Monday we were informed that the police were called to Tyreek Hill's home, and after conversations with Tyreek and members of his family, the police departed the residence without further incident, and the case was closed. We have since been in communication with Tyreek and the NFL and will have no further comment on this matter. Back out here live, it is also important to note that Tyreek's wife did not want to write a report on this case.
What y'all think about this story, ladies and gentlemen? This is crazy and insane. What I think this is nothing. They just looking for some news, right? The NFL, they claim it's nothing. They looking into it, and the police report claim it's nothing. They already look into it, and there is nothing. The wife claimed it wasn't aggressive, meaning it wasn't physical. I mean to say, he did not hit her, even though police claim they seen some red marks on her chest. Doesn't matter if you seen red marks on her chest. What you think? He smacked her in her chest, he punched her in her chest. I think if he did that, she would have told the police, because she was brave enough to call the police in the first place, right? This is crazy and insane, and the only reason she claimed that she called the police is because he kind of grabbed her daughter, one of the kids, the granddaughter, one of the kids aggressively. And I guess not even because the aggression is because where he was walking towards. He was walking outside to the balcony. So running through her head, she probably think this guy's crazy. She probably think the guy gon' maybe drop the baby off the balcony or something of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Yo, knowing Tyreek Hill, I don't think she should even think nothing of that nature, right? I don't think this dude is that crazy in his head where he would have took one of his own kid and throw it off a balcony, right? No. We've been following this guy's career for a while now, even though he always be in the media for, you know what I'm saying, a little here and there stuff, but nothing too dramatical. Because remember, he's a superstar and he plays for a professional football team. And anything, especially the football league, anything that's too dramatical, you beat up on your wife and stuff of that nature, they gonna suspend you for a while. Remember what they did to old boy that was playing for the Ravens, that running back, Ray Rice? His career was over after his incident when he got caught smacking his wife in the elevator. Remember that story? So NFL take these type of situation very serious. But so far, we don't have no evidence that Tyreek Hill did anything to his wife. And she claimed that it did not get physical, only aggressive, where he snatched the baby away from her. And she was nervous when he was leading towards the balcony. And they live on like a 60-storage, way up in the air type ish. You feel me? So that was the only concern she have. But she involved the police, so now it's a public situation. You feel me? Let me know what y'all think about this situation. Leave y'all comments down below and make sure y'all be safe out there. Peace and love, and we up out of here.